Good evening, my name is Frank Jesselli, and I have my coworkers here, Ian and Darcy, who are going to be my audience for tonight. Gentlemen, be seated. Tonight I'd like to talk about the art of pyrotechnics. Now, is there any better way to spend your 4th of July than watching a spectacular fireworks display? For me personally, there's not. I'm a professional pyrotechnician, and I just can't think of a better way. Now, the media likes to say that fireworks cause millions of dollars worth of damage and accidents each year, but what I have here tonight is some facts, and you can make your own assessment on it. Now, people do misuse fireworks, and when they do, the government tends to crack down more and more each year. But the tradition to light fireworks is as old as the 4th of July itself. It's as old as our country's independence. So taking that away might anger millions of people. I perform research using popular, credible websites where experts frequently write in and they have a lot of knowledge on the subject. I found that many people do get injured, but accidents can largely be prevented if fireworks are used properly. So without further ado, let's begin with the history of fireworks. The history of pyrotechnics dates back thousands of years ago. According to pyrouniverse.com, a website with a community of expert pyrotechnicians, the first fireworks were actually bamboo that was thrown into a fire. The bamboo would expand rapidly and create a large explosion. Now, eventually black powder was discovered, and they filled the bamboo with this black powder, which created a much louder explosion. This louder explosion was used to ward off evil spirits by the ancient people. I learned that at history.com. Skipping along, in the year 1292, Marco Polo first brought fireworks back from the Orient. The Europeans became fascinated with these fireworks, and they wanted to control fire. Soon, fireworks became a staple to commemorate large events. As fireworks grew ever more popular, many workers such as painters, carpenters, and masons needed to be a part of these fireworks, and they wanted to make it even more extraordinary. By the 1830s, fireworks became colorized. And before the Italians experimented with the addition of metallic salts, it was just light golden or orange colors. That I learned at history.com as well. The Italians discovered that barium made green flashes, sodium created yellow sparks, and copper emitted vibrant blue colors. Today, the use of computers is widely used for fireworks. Major companies like Disney World use these computers to launch the fireworks out of their tube using air compression. Chemistry.com tells us about that. So now that we know how fireworks came to be, I'd like to explain my personal experiences as a pyrotechnician. My passion for the art of pyrotechnics developed through my Catholic and Italian heritage. As a child, my father would take me to Italian festivals where they would shoot off these fireworks for the various saints that they processed around. In 1994, Rudy Giuliani became the mayor of New York City, and he stopped the use of fireworks. It may sound silly, but I felt crushed that these weren't part of my Italian traditions anymore. But in 2003, my family and I moved to Florida, and the fireworks laws happened to be not as strict. So what my parents did was buy me fireworks every year for my birthday and for Christmas, and honestly, I couldn't be happier. In 2011, I decided to elevate my hobby to the highest level possible. After many rigorous steps and background searches, the Department of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms granted me a Type 54 User of Explosives license, With this license, it grants me permission to shoot off professional grade fireworks. These professional fireworks are never found in stores, but rather in explosion-proof metallic containers. In addition to my pyrotechnician's license, I educate others on fireworks, like you here today, gentlemen, and I have a membership with various fireworks clubs. So now that you're aware of my credentials on the subject, I'd like to discuss fireworks accidents, safety, and the important role the government plays in the matter. According to the NFPA, which is the National Fire Protection Association, thousands of Americans aren't aware of fireworks safety. This causes the government to step in due to the large amount of injuries. The NFPA is against the sale of consumer fireworks. This organization reports that on the 4th of July, there are more fires than any other day in the year, which obviously is not surprising. They feel that fireworks are not worth the risk and should be avoided altogether by going to a professional fireworks display show. Personally, I've seen fireworks misused many times. People tend to skip over the warnings and description of the product, and the danger associated with a particular product is underestimated. I practice fireworks safety every time I handle them. Since I attend the clubs and practice proper fireworks safety, I have never witnessed a fireworks-related injury. If water is near and people light the fuse and get away like directed, accidents should not happen at all. The government usually teeter-totters on the fence, wanting the legalization or criminalization of pyrotechnics. The fireworks industry produces billions of dollars of taxes per year, so that's the main selling point for the government. They don't want to shut that down. The media tends to blow things out of proportion, no pun intended, which leads to elected officials only to see the bad side of the industry. So, with that in mind, I'd like to review. Fireworks have an extensive history, thousands of years in the making. They are a wonder to the eye to behold and a huge part of who I am traditionally. Although dangerous, practicing fireworks safely can greatly reduce the amount of injuries, and the government's concerns could be calmed a little bit more. So, should the government take away the freedom to celebrate our independence as it was intended just because a few people are irresponsible? I think not. If America claims to be the land of the free, people should have a right to proclaim their freedom, and they should have a right to light fireworks as they choose, just like our founding fathers did. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening.